if we want to understand really what is going on with the LA protest, we have to understand the difference between the exaggeration and the escalation. So the idea is that we have a confrontation, we have a problem about ICE, the system, and we have a problem also about the presence of the National Guard troops and, of course, the special forces. So the idea is to understand more deeply the confrontation. We are talking more about an opposition at the political level and the ideological level, and not exactly about a real state. So the idea is to consider that California is essentially different as a state. Um, if we want to make a comparison with other states in the US, but we can also imagine that the ICE protest spread all over the US, because we can see that now we have similar problems in other states, and we can imagine that it's a way to have a bigger opposition between the Republicans and the Democrats about this. But the idea, I think, is more important to see that if we have so many protests and so many problems in the US, we will have at the end a problem for all the US, because we can see that if we stay at the local problem and not at the national level, we can imagine that this impact can change also the policy of the US, but also the strategic vision of the US about the world. Because the idea is to consider that we have a democracy in the US and that it is in fact the biggest democracy in the world. Of course, we can also imagine India about the population. But if we have many problems like this, it's not because we have a dictatorship. It's exactly the opposite. It is because we have a democracy, so we have the free speech, the free expression of everybody, and we have to fix a problem with all the people.